Joining us now on the line to discuss the campaign is General Bolduc. Thanks for being with us, General. How's the campaign going?
Well, sir, it's great to be with you. My best to your listeners. The campaign is going excellent. We are running a class campaign that is dominating everywhere we go. Very large crowds, independents, Democrats, Republicans, all showing up to have a discussion with Don Bolduc, and I mean it's just unbelievable. The momentum that we feel now, and you can sense it. And I've been in this position before in an election, and so I kind of know momentum when I see it. And he's just focusing on the wrong things. We're focusing on all the right things, and that's the livelihood and future of our children and grandchildren, and pointing out how she's damaged that by the numbers with economic policies, energy policies that have caused high inflation, out of control spending, and making our country an unsafe place to live in. It's going well, sir.
But it's not going well for the people of New Hampshire with the economy. And I'm so glad you're talking about energy prices and LNG. The fact that all of our LNG is being shipped overseas because of this crazy proxy war that Biden and Maggie Hassan are supporting in Ukraine. I mean, do people in New Hampshire get why exactly their electric bills, their fuel oil bills are going out of sight right now?
Well, I was just in a debate with her today at NHPR, and she doesn't get it. Obviously, she thinks that that there's no connection, and that everything that the Biden administration has done with the war on Ukraine has made sense, and unfortunately, that is not the case. And so I pointed that out. Listen, we're supposed to get 18 billion cubic feet of natural gas here. We're only getting 2. We're shipping most of it overseas. We're going to have blackouts in January. People are already choosing between heating and eating. It's only going to get worse in December when the electric prices double, and food prices continue to soar. And you're okay. You're okay with everything. Well, I guess a person who owns 4 homes, is a multimillionaire, and doesn't share in the same hardships as other Granite Staters, hey, I guess it's okay for you, but it isn't for Granite Staters, and that's a sad thing.
Well, you know better than I what her answer is. Yes, but abortion. Yes, but January 6th. That's all she can talk about, mainly abortion, though, rather than January 6th.
Oh, yeah, well, absolutely. And, I said it today, here's the deal. I'm not going to change New Hampshire's abortion law. It's a state issue now, and that's where it belongs. I support Social Security and Medicare, which she lies about. But what do you expect from Washington politicians? She voted for inflation. I'm going to fight it. She raises taxes. I won't. And she rubber stamps whatever Washington wants, and I never will. So, I spent my life fighting for this country, and that's what I'm going to do in Washington, D.C., something she's not doing.
What's your web address if people want to get involved, donate, or maybe even come up and help you out from all of the neighboring states that we're broadcasting on right now? Where can they go to find out what you're up to?
Yes, sir. Please go to donbolduc.com, donbolduc.com, BOLDUC.com. Any help you can give is greatly appreciated. I realize these are tough economic times. If you can give some treasure, fine, some talent, fine, some time, fine. All of that works for us as we move in to the last 12 days of this campaign.
Now, I was very disappointed to read that Mitch McConnell had his super PAC pull out millions of dollars out of New Hampshire that was supposedly going to be used for your ads against Maggie Hassan. But then I read that Senator Rick Scott from Florida, who runs the overall Republican Senate campaign committee, that he had committed to give you some money. Are you going to be okay? And is the money from the national committee going to make up for losing the McConnell money?
Yes, sir. I'm very thankful to Rick Scott and the NRSC, as well as Ronna McDaniel from the RNC, for coming in quickly and helping us. We had a little bit of a hiccup, but now we're on track. And I got to tell you, the response from Americans across the country and in the Granite State has been unbelievable. I mean, so we are very, very grateful that people see that Senator Hassan is vulnerable, that, we need to answer with some money her $30 million that she spent in lies and attack ads, and then trying to justify the damage that she's done to Granite Staters and Americans. But people have rallied, and I'm so humbled and appreciative of that.
These ads, she's kind of like a political chameleon, isn't she? All summer long, she was basically a Republican, or that's what you would think if you just landed on Earth from Mars. Now she's become a Democrat again. It's really amazing, isn't it? She'll say anything she has to, anything that she thinks will advance her chances to get another 6-year term.
Yeah, exactly, and she did it again today. She talked in circles. She talked in complicated career politicians speak, patting herself on the back, and I immediately pointed out, recent votes, to refuse to expand, petroleum, increases in our petroleum and natural gas. She voted, to remove Title 42. She voted against removing the 87,000 IRS agents. She voted against sending that $80 billion to fund that to the CBP. I mean, just a series of really, really bad votes she did in August that she doesn't account for. But I'm certainly, telling Granite Staters and everybody that you can't trust her. She will say one thing and she will do another, and then she'll stand in front of you and pat herself on the back for stuff that, it's very deceptive what she does. But, I'm there to kind of bring in the reality, and I do it in a very, very direct way, and people understand it.
When was the last time she voted against Schumer and Biden? Or can you even remember that far back?
Well, I tell you, her voting record is 96% of the time. This rally of votes in August, there was about 10 bills that were submitted by Republicans that would have, one of them was critical. It was a bill to stop any additional unnecessary spending until we got inflation under control. She voted no to that bill. And there was a series of about 10 bills that would have helped secure the border, helped the opioid crisis, reinforced our CBP, reinforced our law enforcement officers here, across the country, would have increased our oil production, natural gas production. It would have done all kinds of good things for the economy, and she voted no.
And you've had your ups and downs with Governor Sununu, but now you guys are working together to get everybody across the finish line in New Hampshire. Is that right?
We certainly are. Governor Sununu and I are working together to push, Republicans at the state and federal level on to victory. That's the Democrats' worst nightmare, is the Republican Party united and coming together, and we have achieved that, and that is a positive strength.
All right, General, give us your web address one more time. If and again, we got lots of people listening across the country and watching across the country, but also people that are in the New England area. They could get over there and help you out and hold signs or knock on doors or do something like that, even if they don't have a lot of money to give. Where can people go to find out what your campaign is up to and what you need?
So go to donbolduc.com, donbolduc.com. And please go there and donate.
Okay. Don Bolduc, we wish you the best, and we'll talk to you again next week if we can. And keep keep going. We need you in the U.S. Senate.